Alright, you guys, how's it going? So today we're going to do another Q&A video. This will be the third one. I love the interaction between myself and all of you guys, so it's great. So I've taken every single, whenever, the way YouTube works, whenever you get a comment or anything on your videos, they just shoot you an email. So I built an entire archive just for this to make it a little bit faster and more organized. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see, Ford Ranger LED light upgrade. This is for the reversing lights here. Morris Amenti says, can you send me the link to where you got those new reverse light bulbs? I need some brighter ones. Yes, I'll go ahead and throw a link down below in the description box. I picked these up on Amazon a while ago. They're still working great. Let's see, I just did a battery replacement video the other day. Wondering, Cali Kid 420 says, wondering if you ever changed the fuel filler neck on your Ranger yet. Mine just started leaking on the bed frame where I put gas. Guess it's a common problem on the Rangers. No, I haven't. I haven't done that on my old Ranger. I haven't had to do this on this Ranger or that on this Ranger. I haven't had a problem with it. I think, I guess it really depends on what year it is, because I know, like, Ford actually has a recall on the Ranger right now regarding airbags. So, and I know, I can't remember what year it starts, but I know it ends, like the end of the year is 2006. So, but yeah, I mean, I still have even the factory fuel tank cap, so I think I'm actually going to replace this thing soon. But yeah, as far as I know, that's never been replaced. So, but I could be wrong, because like I said, this was a fleet vehicle, so they could have replaced it, but I haven't had to mess with it at all. Let's see, a lot of questions on the second Q&A video. Daniel Rosado says, keep all the videos coming. Most of the time I go on YouTube just to see what you put up. Thank you very much. That's happy I got some good subscribers. So yeah, I'll keep pumping videos out. I can't see with this glare. Hey, where did you get those LED fog lights? I picked these up on Amazon as well. I will put a link down in the description box below where you can pick them up. Right now these aren't hooked up because I had to replace an interior trim panel, but there they are. As you can see though, the paint's kind of faded a little bit even after adding some wax to them, but they're great for like daytime running lights. If you're out on the open highway, like when I drive to Idaho, about 90% of the driving through the state of Nevada, they require you to have your headlights on, and rather than burn my headlights up, I'd much rather use a more efficient LED. So I just run those while I'm driving, and they don't pull as much power. But yeah, I had to pull this trim panel off, and that's where the rocker switch was, so I need to hook those back up before I leave, so because I got spare relays and stuff like that hanging around. So yeah, I'll also put those in the link description below. E-Rack says, do I vape? Yeah, I do. It's let's see, I got a Sigeli 150, the original, with a Hercules, and I've also got a mini volt kit from Council of Vapors or something like that. Really tiny little thing. Actually, yeah, I have it in my pocket. Let's see, this little tiny guy, little itty bitty. So she pumps out though. I like it, and it's nice and discreet and fits right in my pocket. So yeah. E-Rack also says, do some donuts. You're probably going to see that when we go to Idaho again. I know my girlfriend wants to take a really nice camera up there and take some videos and pictures of me on the dirt. Alright, and then Armando Salas says, I saw on one of your videos the rotors you have on your Ranger were slotted. Where did you get those? So I buy most of my parts on Rock Auto. Fantastic website, and they save you hand over fist. They can rape you a little bit on shipping, but it just depends on what you buy. So as you can see right in there, I do have slotted rotors. These are from Ultra Rotors. These things are dirt cheap. I've heard some negative reviews here and there about these, but I haven't had, and I have Raybestos ceramic brake pads in here, and these things stop me on a dime. And because most of the braking is done up front. I'm still running the factory shoes and drums back there, and I've heard of people thinking about upgrading those to disc brakes, which I know they did on the really later Rangers, like the 2011s and stuff, but I've also heard of horror stories when people go to slam on the brakes and then the whole rear locks up because there's just no weight behind you. Sorry, I got the hiccups. So, yeah, so basically everything back there is still, well, everything really is, the stock configuration. It's just aftermarket parts. So yeah, those are from Ultra Rotors. You can pick these up on Rock Auto. And these are the 2-wheel drive. I don't know if they make 4-wheel drive brake rotors though. That would be something you need to check. But I know for a fact that they have these in there. And those Raybestos ceramic pads are pretty good as well. Let's see. Wild Prank says, nice, just make your videos all on cars. It's, yeah. Every once in a while I like to throw my, Idaho stuff in there, because it's fun. Robert Henson, because I stated in the last one that Rangers are kind of hard to find, he said that there's tons of them in my neck of the woods. They have disc brakes at the scrapyard in Oregon. Yeah, most of the places do, I guess. Robert Henson says you can get, I'm assuming he's replying or commenting back to the, asking if I had a limited slip diff. You can get a Ford Explorer 8.8. Those have a positive traction rear end and usually get stronger than your rear axle. Yeah, I have no doubt about it, but this truck isn't exactly a Raptor or anything else like that, so I'm not really concerned with because it's off-road ready, so to speak, but let's be honest, this thing lives on the highway pretty much, and then every once in a while it goes off-road. So it does get dirty from time to time, but with school, work, and then vacation time, all that stuff, this thing munches highway miles. So spider headlights, okay. The Center says, I got these for my 2011 Rangers and they don't fit. The halos are dull and they don't look very bright at night. Any tricks? So that was one of the things I noticed when I picked these lights up, was the fact that the halos just aren't very bright. Even at night they're like, okay. I've actually even thought about just completely getting rid of these and going back to a stock headlight, but upgrading them to projector housings. Because these lights they're starting to leak and whatnot, and I'm getting condensation behind them when it gets really freaking cold. So, I don't know, I think it's just one of those things where if I actually had a lot of money, I would do it, but, I don't know. So, let's see here. Now, I really don't know how they're not fitting, because I know that pretty much every single Ranger has this style headlight clip. If I can get it out of here. There it goes. So, and it's like I said when I did the review on this video, I really don't like the fact that they have the 2 posts instead of the 3. But, and I also did take the HIDs out because they were starting to corrode and whatnot. So, I guess the only thing I can really say, possibly, is just to make sure that you have this bracket on here that came in the kit. If it did, make sure you put that in because that will impede a little bit on fitting and fitment. And then other than that, just make sure that you, play with these little adjusters here, screw them in, screw them out, and you just got to play with them. But I'm not really sure why it wouldn't be fitting in your truck, because these things slid right in. So if they're still really not fitting, I would try and maybe exchange them for a new set. So that's pretty much the best course of action I think I can say to help you out in that one. Let's see here. Dylan DeClue says, I guess there's a little conversation going back and forth here in the comments. Says, J-Truck, I have a 2-wheel drive GMC and it's a beast for a 2-wheel drive. I take it to country spots for bonfires and I take it down to the cabin. It would be nice for me to have one. He's talking about the 32-inch, which I actually took that one off and put the 22-incher up there because it fit better. And then David Cardone says, Link shows bars from 22, 42, no 32 inch. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't find a 32 inch aux beam curved bar anywhere. I'll do some digging on Amazon and see if I can find it for you. If I do, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description below. This is one that got a lot of freaking hits too. My my FX2 decals back there. Let's see. Lowe's Customs says, I don't know if you like to famous talk to me, but everything you do in your videos is like what I do at him, bud. Comment back, buddy. Your truck is looking good. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely come together nicely. I don't really think there's anything else I can do to it other than, because I think if I keep putting stuff on here, it's gonna look like one of those O'Reilly or AutoZone special trucks, you know. Just completely cheesy and gaudy. So I think this one is pretty much done, which means I have to buy a new truck, right? Yeah. So I really want to buy a new Super Duty though, and keep this one on the side for saving gas. But yeah, that's what I really want to get next. But you know, I actually have to get money first. Alex Finch says, I have a 2011 Ford Ranger XLT 4x4, and I was wondering what is the cheapest 2 to 4 inch lift kit for it. Let's see, it's 4-wheel drive, so that one's out of the question. You know, MaxTrack isn't bad, but I know that they really specialize in 2-wheel drives. You know what, I'll do some digging online, and if I do find, like, I'll find a whole myriad of them within the 2 to 4 inch, and you know, whatever I find, I'll throw in the link description for you, or I'll just I'll message you them or something. So Peter Stanhope says, looks fantastic on the FX2 decals. Thank you. Unit Crean 514 says, honestly, that looks badass. Thank you. I like it. My 2003 is actually an FX4 Ford prototype truck. The only reason I know it is because my buddy's dad is a Ford engineer, and he took one look at it and asked me, and I read the rest of the comment. But yeah, that's freaking cool. Yeah, that'd be freaking awesome to be driving that thing around. I think that'd probably be something you want to keep the mileage down on. Maybe that might be worth some money soon. Like, I was watching a video, so I sidetracked, but it just reminded me. I was watching a video of the production of the very last Ranger, you know, rolling off the assembly line, and that's the thing I love about Fords, is, you know, all the workers, they go through and they sign with their little, you know, grease pencils and stuff. They sign their signatures all over the frame and everything, like they did that with the Mustang, the Ranger, everything. And not that the Mustang's dead, but the last generation or last iteration of it. Alex Ortiz says, you should have used soapy water to put them on, and that would have prevented the bubbles. I don't know, because the adhesive was really freaking strong on here, and I mean, as it sits, I finally worked it out, and I mean, it looks pretty good. So it's only in like direct sunlight where you can really tell that there's still some really small ones, but it still looks, I like the way it looks. It's nowhere near as bad as it was. I just took one of my hunting knives and poked a hole in it and just rubbed it out. So E-Rex says, where did you get the toolbox? I picked that up at Lowe's, actually, for about $260, I think. And I like it. You know, it's keeping everything nice and dry. No, it's not. I don't know, those are all kind of like conversations between the Pennzoil videos. So that's pretty much all the comments and questions that I've had come in since last week. And yeah, if you haven't checked it out already, go ahead and look at the last video I just put up, which is the 1,500 subscriber giveaway, which will be a pretty small but powerful aux beam light bar. And like I said, there's, from the time that video is uploaded, you'll have 24 hours to enter, and because, you know, we want to get this thing moving pretty quick here. And yeah, so just as usual, you know, comments, questions on anything, just go ahead and put them on any of my videos, because I'll see whenever it pops up through my email. And we'll see you on the next Q&A video. Take care, guys.